And speaking of the ease of programmability, I'm going to turn it over to my partner, Ripley Senior Engineer Trip Williamson, for a quick overview of the software. Trip?
Thanks, Michael. As Michael said, I'm Trip Williamson, and I'm going to run you through the programming software. So our programming software is downloadable. It's a free download from our website. You do have to be registered. We have a utility that you log into and can download both PC and Mac versions of the software to get started. So let's now take a look at the software. I'm not going to go through the process of actually downloading it, but I'll run you through a quick overview of the software. For today's demonstration, we're going to be looking at a demoable version of the photoclock. This is the main screen of the application. You'll notice across the top here under the default settings, we have time zone. You can select the time zone the device is going to be deployed in. You have a daylight savings time option. You have a self-test option. And you have a default program set. I'm going to step back to the self-test option here and explain a little bit about what that does. The self-test option was a feature we developed for our installers that allows the installer to verify operation of the device in the field. When an installer plugs in a photoclock in a receptacle, it will turn the fixture on at full voltage, full 10 volts for 10 seconds, followed by a 10-second 1 volt burn window, and then back up to a 10 volt window for another 10 seconds. So you have a total of 30 seconds of burn time where the installer can actually see the light level vary from full brightness down to minimum brightness. On a non-dimming version, you would only see a 30-second burn window. Alright, back to the software here. So for the purpose of a demonstration today, we're going to set up a custom schedule. So we're going to go into the default program. This product is programmed by exception, meaning that once you set a default setting or a default schedule, the device follows that unless you make changes to it. Okay, so let's set up a default schedule here. So under the schedule settings, we're going to select custom. We're going to turn the light on automatically at dusk to full brightness. We're going to dim the light at 10:30 p.m. So we're going to select 10:30, 10:30, and we are going to dim the light down to 4 volts. All right, we're now going to add an event where at 5:30 a.m. we bring the light back to full brightness. So here at 5:30, we're going to bring the light back up to full brightness. And we're going to switch it off at dawn. Now you may have noticed at the top we have a graphical representation of how the device is going to operate. This chart operates in real time and is based on an astronomical figure, but in real life situations it would be based on the light meter of the device. What we've also included is the ability to simulate different times of the year. So if we look in the winter months, we can see that the night is much longer and we have a much longer burn window at full brightness on each end of our trimming. Likewise, if we look at the summer, the night got shorter and we had not as long at full brightness. So as we leave it here and we return to our main menu, if we were to program the device just like this, it would operate identical all 7 days of the week. But let's take it another step forward and show you some of the features that we've added in this next generation of photoclock, and that's the 7-day programmability. So we're going to enable the 7-day programmability, and we're going to run a scenario that this is in a social setting such as a bar district, where during the weekend hours or during the weekend days they want the lights to stay on at full brightness 24 hours a day. Or not 24 hours a day, but rather all night long. So we'll go into Friday. Notice that the default schedule is displayed. We're going to make an exception to that, so we're going to select dusk to dawn. And we've also set it to full brightness. So we're going to return to the main menu, and now we're going to go to Saturday. Now something I want to point out here, had we created a advanced schedule on Friday, we've included the ability to duplicate that from multiple days of the week by selecting the day and clicking copy from. But since this is just dusk to dawn, we're only going to select dusk to dawn. We'll do the same thing for Sunday. Notice under the chart that you have Sunday PM and Monday AM. So all the nights referenced on the main screen are night of. So we're going to change this to dusk to dawn, and we'll return to the main menu. While we're here, I'll point something else out. So we have a system override off window here. That system override off is commonly referred to as our turtle season. This function is now infinitely adjustable directly from the software, and what it allows you to do is it allows you to switch the unit off or switch the luminaire off during a defined period of time. So let's say you had a park or a national forest area that is closed for 6 months out of the year. You could jump in here and you could say from May the 1st to, I don't know, August the 1st, there's nobody going to be here. We can switch the lights off and completely save the energy there and the burn hours on the fixture. So that's infinitely adjustable. Also here we have the read-write device buttons. If you have a Ripley USB cable, you can use this software and directly program the photoclock from your computer. If you don't have this cable, you can still simulate using the software and actually submit the schedule to us here at Ripley for factory programming. So one more function we added is, now that we've made this device, well, pretty powerful, we needed a way to show you, to give you a printout of how the device is set up. The person that's programming it may not necessarily be the person that's installing it. So we've given you the ability to do that too. We have a print schedule, and we also have a print preview schedule, as well as the normal save, load, and new schedule options. But I'm going to show you the print preview here and look at that real quick. So we create a PDF file, and that PDF file is obviously printer friendly, but you'll see here that all the settings that we just configured are loaded in plain text. I mean, they're very easy to follow. You can see that our default schedule here was set to custom, and this was our custom schedule. You can see that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are all following, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are all following the default schedule, and that Friday, Saturday, Sunday are set dusk to dawn. You also see that the override settings are enabled from May 1st to August the 1st. So this gives you a quick, handy reference sheet to put along with the product to give to the person installing to follow along. Okay, one other thing that I mentioned earlier, we now have a web tool as well that will allow a end user to create an account and actually create programs or schedules in a similar manner that our computer software. So I'm going to quickly show you that. I'm not going to get too in depth here, but we can come in here to this web-based tool and notice the similarities here to the PC-based software. We can create schedules. The neat thing about this system is it's designed to allow a user to create a schedule, submit that schedule to us here at Ripley. We will assign a profile number to that and give you a custom part number to place orders by. That way you don't have to worry with programming these units in the field or once they get to a distributor, etc. So that about wraps up my portion here. Hopefully the flexibility has sparked a few applications for you and your customers. Michael will now join me and we'll recap and discuss any questions that you have submitted.